What I just played now sounds like music, but it's actually an exercise. Because what I want to show you in this video is that an exercise doesn't have to be boring like the same old spider exercise. It can be really fun and it can actually create real music with it. Here's something I hear a lot from guitarists. They tell me they don't have enough time to practice because life, work, kids, commitments, and I totally understand. We all don't have enough time. And some people think that they need to practice an hour a day to become really great as guitarists. But the real problem is not the time, is actually how you can use the less time you have and to make it as effective as possible. I want to prove to you that you can spend even just 15 minutes a day, which is manageable, that can be even better than a whole hour of noodling around. In these 15 minutes, what I recommend is to work on 3 things in 3 blocks of 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes should be about the technical and warm-up exercises, which is kind of similar to what I played before. And the second block is about ear training and fretboard knowledge, which go well together and really important to your development as a musician. Finally, the third block is focusing on one thing only that can be as simple as playing 1 bar of music, but attacking it from a very specific angle to actually improve your whole skills by focusing on less and achieving much more. To make it easy to follow, I created this app, which I called the 555 method. As you can see, you have 3 blocks of 5 minutes. You have a tuner where you can tune your guitar easily, and you can play between light and dark, and you can actually set reminders to yourself if you need to remind yourself to play the specific time that is more convenient for you, and notes that you can keep track of. And basically you've got all the exercises, and some of the exercises you can actually choose as favorites. So let's go deeper into it. Before doing anything, we have to start with a warm-up stretch, and it's just 30 seconds of a stretch, and there's a video that you can do with me. You also need to do a cool-down stretch. It's really important to keep your fingers and hands intact and make sure that you're not causing any damage, any physical damage. And that's why it's really important to stretch before and after. The first block, technical skills, start with the fretting hand, which is your left hand if you're right-handed, usually. And there are 2 exercises that are really important to develop your skills. One is legato. I already made a video about that, so you can watch that separately. There's another one about flexibility. Next one is the picking hand, the right hand if you're right-handed. Let's check out the fretting hand exercise called broken chords. And what you can do here, it's an interactive diagram in a way that you can click on a string. This is the low E string, and this is the G. And that's how you can create a pattern. This is actually the pattern I created at the beginning. And the cool thing about it is that you can visualize it and play along, like you can loop it. And by the way, there's a metronome that you can slow it down and play with it in a slower tempo. It's really important to develop your picking hand for either fingerstyle or flat picking, playing with the pick. And it works not only on your technical skills, but also on your creativity, because you're basically creating a new pattern. That's the idea, not to just repeat the same one, but every day you can find out different combinations. That's how you make progress. Below each exercise, you've got a video where I explain everything about it. The videos are pretty short. I don't want you to spend time on watching videos. You probably need to just watch them once and then hide it so it won't be in your way. This is where you can write some notes about it if you have notes. Below you've got the consistency. It's a tracker of a weekly, monthly, yearly. And if there's any problem, these are the links to reach me. And the last thing I want to show you in this block is the harmonic coordination, which is again exactly what I played at the beginning of this video. And the idea here is to pair the broken chord with a scale or a few notes. Right? That's what I've done. I played this picking pattern and then played some notes from the E minor scale. When you want to start your 5-minute block, you just need to start the session by clicking here, and the timer will just go as you go through the exercises. You just have 5 minutes. You don't need to spend more than 5 minutes on the technical stuff. Let's move to the second block, ear training and fretboard knowledge. And here you've got a notation, and if you click on C, for example, it shows you all the notes that you need to know. Everyone needs to know the natural notes, the white keys of the fretboard, like in a piano. So you can start with just the C note, that's the first level, find it across the fretboard. Once you can locate the Cs, you can add, instead of just learning a separate note, you can add the note D to it, so then it becomes much easier. And so on. And then you start to make the links. And the most important thing is to play it, sing it, and say it, right? Don't just play. At the same time, you can save time and energy by singing and playing. So C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D. The final block is focus practice, where you focus again on one thing, and I give some suggestions, like for example, clarity, and show what I mean, and a few more options, and I keep updating these exercises. So what you've got here is basically enough, but I'm going to update. You're always going to have something to work on. With my students, actually, I create videos for them specifically of what they need to work on this specific week. So there you have it. If you want to try this app, you just need to join my school. It's very simple and easy to get into it. It's free, and it's also great because you're going to meet lots of guitarists like yourself who are into making more progress with the guitar and the music. Then I'll send you the link to try it. Also, I have a very special early bird prize for the first 20 people who purchase it. And if you just join the school, I'll tell you everything about it. In any case, hopefully you enjoyed this video and you have a better understanding of what you can do with only 50 minutes a day. See you in the next video.